The principle of consistency of the speed of light. The speed of light in a vacuum has the same value c is equal to 2.9979245 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 8 ms in all inertial reference frame, regardless of the velocity of the observer or the velocity of the source emitting the light. The first postulate declares that all the laws of the physics are the same in all reference frames, moving with constant velocity relative to each other. Einstein's principle of relativity means that any kind of experiment, mechanical, optical, electrical, performed in a laboratory at rest must give the same result when performed in a laboratory moving at a constant speed past the fast force. Hence, no preferred initial reference frame exists, and it is impossible to detect absolute motion. The second postulate is more difficult to accept because it seems to be against your common sense, which we observe in everyday experience. Consider two experimenters at a torch A and another at a torch B. Both these experimenters, regardless of if they are rest or move with respect to each other finds that in every situation light travels with the same speed. Some of the results of the postulates of a special theory of relativity are summarized as under. The relativity simultaneity. Two events that are simultaneously in one frame are in general not simultaneous in a second frame moving with respect to the first. That is, simultaneously is not an absolute concept but one that depends on state of motion of the observer. Simultaneity, the occurrence of two or more events at the same time, is also a relative concept. A time interval measurement depends upon the reference frame which the measurement is made. The following thought experiment may be devised to illustrate this point. Let a train is fit with a light operated door. The light is the center of the roof and is operated by the train traveler standing in the middle of the floor. When the train is traveling at the half of the speed of light, the train traveler turns on the light. The light travels forward and backward with equal speeds and reach both doors at the same time. The doors then open. The train traveler sees them coming and observers standing outside the train watch that event, but bouncing on the light waves coming from the light while the front door moving away from the light waves. The time taken from an event to occur within the rest frames is called the proper time. Observer is different reference frame in the relative motion. We always judge the time at a longer. A traveler on a train with a speed of 0.8 c picks up and opens the newspaper. The event takes 0.1 second as measured by a train traveler, as observed by a person standing by a side of the track. Even takes 1.7 seconds. Length construction. The length of the object measured within the rest frame is called the proper length. Observer in different frames in relative motion will always measure the length to be shorter, called apparent length. Let the train that is measured to be at 100 meter long when at rest travel at 80% of the light 0.8 c as person inside the train will measure the length of the train to the 100 m. A person standing by the side of a track will observe to the train to be must 60 meter long.